Hey guys, it's Charlie, and in today's video, I'll be showing you how to build any type of website using Squarespace. Now, I've been using Squarespace for 14 years, so probably longer than everyone else making tutorials on the subject. And I'll say this, it's one of the easiest and most professional looking website builders that you can get. It's also really affordable, and you can get a free trial by using the link down below. Make sure you use that link and use code Chang at checkout, because that will give you 10% off, which is exclusive to my audience only. So yeah, basically what I'm gonna do in this video is teach you how to make a professional website from scratch with no previous experience or coding required. I'll take you guys step by step, including how to select a template, adding elements and designs, selling things, and a ton of other stuff. But yeah, really guys, I have nothing but good things to say about Squarespace. It's why I personally have paid for a subscription for the last 14 years. And over that time period, they have added so many new features. And today it really is one of the best all-in-one platforms to build and host a website. And guys, the reason why I'm so passionate about building websites is because websites have helped me make a lot of money. Every single person watching this video needs a website, I'm telling you. Because without a website, you'll have less accountability, less exposure, less clients, and less income. So without further ado, let's get started. The most important thing about this video is taking action. So what I recommend you guys do is click on that link down below. It's gonna take you to this exact landing page and just basically follow along. In 15 minutes or less, you should have a draft of your website. And yeah, it really is that easy. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is come here and click get started. And as you can see, Squarespace is asking us what our website is about. So if there is a very specific type of website you're trying to make, you can of course select that. But for this video, I'm gonna show you guys all the templates they have. So I'm gonna click skip. You can also click skip right here. And for this tutorial, I'll show you guys how to choose a professionally designed template. That really is one of the best parts about Squarespace. So we'll go and select this. So here we're going to be faced with the daunting task of selecting a template. And the reason why this can be a little bit daunting is because they have so many really good looking ones. Now for this tutorial, I'm basically going to create something like a personal portfolio. I recommend you guys look at the popular designs. These are popular for a reason. You guys can see there are so many good choices to choose from. And you can see they have a wide range of different types of templates. So yeah, if any of these resonate with you, I would just recommend clicking on that to check out templates in that specific topic. For me, I'm going to select personal and CV just for this video. And let's say I like this one. So what I'm going to do is click here. I'll select preview just so we can see this full screen, see what it looks like. We can also check out the tablet as well as the phone views. I think that looks pretty great. So what we're going to do is click start with this design. Now it's going to have me create an account. So I'll go ahead and continue with email. Let's enter in a title for our Squarespace site. I'll just put my name for now. Click next. It's going to walk us through what we can do to edit our website, and we'll just click get started. And yeah, all these templates we selected from, they have different fonts, they have different placements, different pictures, stuff like that. But the great thing is that they are all 100% customizable, and we can even change themes later on if we want. So if I go to the bottom left and click here, what you guys can see is this is my dashboard. So you guys can play around with Squarespace, design different websites, and then choose whichever one you want to publish. It's super easy. All you have to do is click create website right here, and that's going to allow you to create another website. Now, the first thing I want to show you guys is the site styles. So if we click on this up here on the top right, you can see that we can change the fonts, the colors, the animations, spacing, buttons, forms, and image blocks. So changing anything here is going to change it universally throughout your website. So for example, for the fonts, we can choose from a wide variety of fonts they have. I personally just recommend going with the default fonts since these are professionally made. So they basically had professional designers curate these fonts and styles. But of course, if you want to change it, you can. For now, I'm not going to change them since I am pretty happy with these colors. However, if you do want to change it, you can click edit palette. We can choose from different presets that they have. So these are colors that are more complementary. And the big tip I have for you guys is don't try and choose too many colors. Try and be simple because the more colors you have, the more scattered and messy your website is going to look. For example, let's say I want to go with a more dark theme. I can click on this to see how that looks. I think that looks pretty good actually. Say we want some more light colors, we can do something like this. And yeah, I guess just for this video, I'll go with this one so you guys can see how easy it is just to switch just like that. And yeah, feel free to play around with these. I'm not going to go into it too much in this video. What we're going to do is click save, and then we can click close right here. So now what I'm going to do is click on edit right here. And this is going to bring me into the Squarespace editor. Now Squarespace has made so many changes in the last decade. I really like how simple this editor is. Now I'll show you guys how to use it, how to play around with different sections, add blocks, change fonts, and all that stuff. The first thing I do want to show you is that there is a header right here, which we can easily edit. And there is a footer down here, which we can also easily edit. The first thing I'm going to do here is click edit site footer. I can just click into here, delete whatever I want. So I'm going to remove this made with Squarespace text. You don't need that. You can also remove this. You can change up this text as well, but I'll just leave it for now. If you want to change any of these links, you guys can easily do that by clicking into this, highlighting this. You can remove the link, you can change the link, whatever you want to do. We can also change the social links down here and change where they go to. So yeah, basically this footer and this header, it's going to show up on every single page of your website. So just keep that in mind. Now looking at the actual elements of this homepage, you guys can see that it's separated into different sections. So this section right here is basically the hero section. It's where we have this big hero image. This is another section underneath where we have some more information, some more pictures, some buttons. Here is another section with a bunch of different logos. Here is a section for testimonials. And yeah, basically we're free to add and remove whatever sections we don't want or want to add. So for example, let's say you don't want this big section right here. What we'll do is just click remove. It's really that easy. Let's say we want to add a section between the logos and the testimonials. So I'll click add section right here. Squarespace has a ton of pre-made templates for these sections. You guys can easily just choose from these. For example, if you want to have a portfolio, we can choose from these pre-made ones. Let's say we want to do something simple like this one. So we'll click on that. And for any of these sections, it's very easy to change the order. So let's say I want to put this one underneath the testimonials. So what I can do is click here, this move down button, and it's going to shift that down here. We can continue doing that if we want this underneath that one, but I'll just leave this here for now. We can also edit the section by clicking this button. We can change the formatting. We can change the background as well. So we can have an image, we can have a video. We can also change up the colors, but I just recommend leaving those as is. Yeah, it's super easy. You guys can see this accordion. We can click on this. That's going to allow us to edit the things in this accordion. We can move things around. We can trash some of them if we want. We can add a description underneath each one, right? Super easy. And yeah, it's very, very easy just to change the fonts. What we basically just do is we can change the sizing here. We can make it bold or not. We can change the color. We can italicize it. Yeah, it's super, super easy. So let's say for me, I want to change this section right here. I'm going to click edit section. Now with Squarespace, basically what we can do is we can move text wherever we want. So as you guys can see, we can move this text to the right, more to the left. And basically how it works is they use these little grids that you can see. So if you want to see these grids all the time, all you have to do is click on the section, click G on your keyboard, and that's going to have these grids show up. We can easily expand these grids by dragging down on this. You can also do that in edit section. You can change how big the gaps are. You can change the height like this, change the number of rows just like that. But yeah, let's say I'm happy with this. What I'm gonna do is drag this to where I want it to go. So I do like it right here. One thing I do want to change is the background. So I'll click here. I'm gonna click replace this image. We can choose from different stock images. We can choose from a file on my computer. So I'm gonna do that. All right, let's go ahead and use this image right here. So I'll click open and that's going to automatically insert it. What we can do is drag this little button right here to sort of reposition the image. I think this is pretty good. So I'm gonna leave it like that. We can change all these different settings, of course, but let's just leave it like that. I think that looks pretty good. If you want to add anything to this section, we can click add block. Let's say, for example, we want to add a button. We'll click on button right here. Let's drag this to where we want it. So let's put it right here. We can easily change the text, right? Let's say we want this to be called contact me. We can attach a link as well. We can change the design too, but I'll just leave that as is. In this case, I don't want the chat with me here anymore, so I'll delete that. And yeah, let's click G again to remove that grid so we can see what it looks like better. And I think that looks pretty good. Now for every change you make, you do want to make sure that the website looks good on mobile, because a good percentage of people going to your website, they'll likely be using their phones. So to do that, what we're going to do is come here to this mobile view, click on that, and you'll be able to edit specifically the mobile view. So let's say we think this text is a bit too big for the mobile view. Let's go ahead and change this text. Let's say this button seems a little bit too big. We can go ahead and make that a little bit smaller. We can also center that if we want. So we can put that right here. So yeah, basically building a website, it's gonna be between desktop and mobile view. Now, when adding a block, you guys can see there are tons of other things you guys can add. It can be way more advanced than just a button. We can add a map, we can add shapes, we can add newsletter, we can add video if we want. We can have integrations with things like Instagram. So yeah, it can be really, really fun to play around with this. Generally, for most of you guys, I'd say don't mess around with the design too much. Like I said earlier, these are all professionally designed. These elements are there for a reason. I know it can get pretty tempting tempting to want to customize every little thing. I definitely used to do that myself. But what I learned is simple is better. Don't spend too much time trying to perfect all this. Sometimes leaving it the way it is just going to be better. Basically, what I did for this section applies to every other section on your website. Feel free to add different blocks, change things up, add different logos, add different text, whatever it is. Next, what I'll do is come up here to edit site header. For here, we can basically change this. We can click that little button, add a logo. So we'll select upload file. Here's a sample logo I have. We can change the height, the size, all that stuff. That looks good. We can change the navigation menu here by clicking that. Super easy. We can change the order. Yeah, again, any pictures you want to switch out, super easy. All I have to do is click replace, upload file. Let's select this one. There we go. Let's change the positioning a little bit. We can always change the design as well. We can add effects to our images, so that's really cool. But I'll select none for now. Just I like the way it looks. Again, make sure your website looks okay on mobile view. So just go back and forth. So the image that I put earlier, it does look pretty good like that. So as you're building your website, make sure to save quite often. So I'll click save right here. Now let's click exit out of this editor. I'll click on website on this menu right here. And here you guys can see what pages you have on your website. So your main navigation is what's going to show up here, and not linked is going to be other pages you want to create on your website that aren't necessarily shown on your main menu. So if I want to create a new page that shows up on the main navigation menu, I can click plus right here. We can start with a blank page. We can use different layouts. We can have different types of pages too. So let's say you want to create a blog, we can easily just click blog right here. We can select the look we want. So let's say we want to go with this one. We'll name it. So let's call it my blog, and bam, that page is created. We can go ahead and create different blogs, add new ones, edit existing blogs. And yeah, Squarespace is just super powerful for pretty much everything you want to do. Now, like I said earlier, Squarespace is really, really powerful. They have a ton of other features you guys can use it for. So for example, if I click selling right here, you guys can see this is a full-fledged e-commerce platform as well. So if you do want to sell products, if you do want to sell subscriptions, online courses, you can do all of that within Squarespace. All that stuff can be handled within the selling section here. I'm not going to go into it too much in this video since it would take way too long, but I just want to show you guys that that is a possible feature. Now, if you click on marketing too, you guys can see you can run whole email campaigns using Squarespace. It's really important if you have a website to try and collect emails. And I encourage you guys, try and build up an email list because this is extremely important if you do want to monetize. Here you can see you can import existing email subscribers into Squarespace. You can add a pop-up to your site. Yeah, it's really, really cool. All your contacts that you get are going to show up here under contacts. So you can easily label them under different tags. That's very, very helpful. If you click on analytics, this is a very powerful feature of Squarespace. You can basically track all of your traffic sources, what people are searching to find your site, as well as what countries your viewers are from. So last thing I'm going to do before publishing my website is changing the favicon. So we're going to go to settings. We're going to click on favicon right here. And yeah, this is the little icon that shows up in the tab to the left of your website title. So right now you guys can see it's this little box. It's very crucial that you guys change this as it makes it look a lot more professional. So what we'll do is click add a favicon right here, upload file. The great thing is that you guys can actually upload a JPEG or a PNG, and it's instantly going to convert it into the right format. So we'll click save. And now basically once we publish our website, this is going to show up over here. So once you're ready to publish your website, you will need to pay for a plan. And to do that, we're going to come here to settings. We're going to come here to site availability, and we're going to click upgrade to publish. So as you guys can see, Squarespace has a bunch of different plans you guys can choose from. If you are trying to sell things, you will want to choose the commerce plan. There's the basic as well as advanced commerce plans. If you're not trying to sell anything, then the business or personal plan is going to be good enough. You guys can basically compare all the different features that come with these two different types of plans. See which one makes sense for you, but just for this video, I'll go with the personal plan. I'll click select. For most people, I recommend just choosing the annual plan since you will save 30%, plus you'll get another 10% off using my code. You can choose the monthly plan if you want, but that 10% off is only going to apply for that first month. So I'll show you guys. We'll click pay annually, confirm selection. So now that I've entered in all my information, what we're going to do is come here to promo code. We're going to add in code Charlie Chang, click apply. As you guys can see, it takes off 10%. So yeah, definitely do that because I want you guys to save as much money as you can, and then click confirm payment. So when you get that annual plan, it actually does come with a free domain name, which I will say is crucial for any website. So after purchasing it, what we'll do is click get a free domain for a year. We'll click get domain. We can search for whatever domain we want, but as you guys can see, there are some suggestions right here. Let's say I just want to go with charliechang.net. I'll click on this. We'll click checkout. Make sure all this information is correct for your registration. Click save and continue. And over here, you'll see that we're getting that $20 discount on the domain, so it's free. And we'll just confirm payment, $0 due, and bam, let's click done. So now we can go back here to site availability, set it to public, click save. And now if we open up a new tab and go to charliechang.net, it'll go to the website that we just built. And again, if I want to build another website, I can come down here to the bottom left, click on my name, click create website, and we can try to build something else. As you guys can see, that was super easy. They have so many different templates. So whatever type of website you're trying to build, you will be able to build an amazing looking website in just about 15 minutes. And before we finish up the video, I do have some final tips and tricks for you guys. The first one is make sure you customize the favicon. One of my pet peeves is definitely seeing these default favicons on people's websites. And so as you guys saw, Squarespace makes that super easy to change. I also encourage you guys to create your own custom graphics. Use something like Photoshop or Canva, and this can add a lot of flair and professionalism to your website. Another thing is that if you are offering some type of service, definitely do have social proof on your website. So this would basically be things like testimonials and reviews. Anytime you are selling any type of service or product, these are going to greatly increase your conversion rates. If you are looking for stock images, Squarespace has a ton of them for free. You can also use websites like Pexel.com or Unsplash.com. And if you're paying for Squarespace, make sure to take advantage of all their amazing features. For example, use their email marketing tools, create one-page landing pages, have a membership, have a blog, maybe even host a course in the future. I know I've said this enough, but I just think Squarespace is such a great platform. There is a reason why I've had it for 14 years. And so yeah, I really hope this video helped you guys out in creating your own website. It would mean so much if you guys use my affiliate link down below. If you do so, you'll get that free trial and that exclusive discount by using my code. And it really does help make these free videos possible. So I do want to say thank you so much in advance. Happy website building. And if you guys got any value from this video, make sure to share with a friend and also like and subscribe for more content just like this. I do a ton of content about entrepreneurship, personal finance, and investing. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.